Hey everybody, welcome back to the Light Side Music Reactions. Today we have another request. This one is from Calvin. So thank you, Calvin, for the request. We are checking out, as you can see there in the little pop-up we've got there, we're checking out a band called Next of Kin, and the song is I Fall. Now, never heard of this group. This is a new one to me. I did a quick Google search, couldn't find anything official. In fact, there's several groups called Next of Kin or variations thereof. So I had to do a little bit of searching to make sure I found exactly what I was looking for that you were wanting. And so I hope I found the right thing. But pulled up the video here, the official audio for this song, I Fall. And here in the description, there's no lyrics printed here. I did a Google search for the lyrics for the song, and there's nothing there. I like to have the lyrics to follow along so I can comment on the lyrics also, in addition to just listen to the music as well. But couldn't find anything, couldn't find a website for them. I couldn't even figure out exactly who this was, but I did find on gigsalad.com there is a band out of Carlsbad, California called Next of Kin, and it looks like this might be them. It says classic rock band, and I'm going to scroll down here real quick. The description is high energy classic rock, acoustic style trio, full band available on request, and then it describes their equipment and stuff, for bookings. And so if you're interested in getting this band, you can go there and figure out how to contact them and everything. But in the About section here, I hope this is the right band. It says Next of Kin is comprised of brother-sister team Paul Geesland and Nikki Green, and features guitar phenom Arnie Vilches. Project was born from the desire to form a high-energy acoustic rock group that really gets the crowd going. Etc., etc. They played all three band members have extensive experience, having performed all over the world. They played with some of the biggest names in the industry, including Mark Farner, guitarist frontman of Grand Funk Railroad. So a little name dropping there. Can't blame them. I've done that myself. They name dropping some of the groups we played with. Bobby Kimball, former lead singer of Toto. Nice. Bill Champlin, singer-songwriter, keyboardist for Chicago. Wow. And more. They're out to have a good time and play all your favorites, so you have a good time too. So apparently they're a cover band, but I'm assuming this song, I Fall, is probably not a cover, but an original. And interesting album cover here that it's showing here. Really, the colors would just really pop out at you. You can probably see it here on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and put it up so you can see it there. But it shows the girl falling out of the sky with the blue, kind of a teal-colored sky, and then the bright orangish red clouds above. Really nice, eye-popping artwork imagery. So whoever designed this album cover for them did a good job on that, I would say. So let's go ahead and check us out. And once again, I apologize if this isn't what you were looking for, but this is what I found when I did a search on YouTube for I Fall, Next of Kin. And as always, if you guys want to hear the unedited song in its entirety without me interrupting it, when the video's over, head over to the link in the description and check it out for yourself and give them some support too. So let's check out I Fall by Next of Kin. Kind of a bluesy sound. Nice. I'm sure this is them because it's acoustic driven. You hear that bass there. Ooh, harmonica. Okay, that chord. Female vocalist. I'm going to go back just a few seconds here. That harmonica, and again, the way that harmonicas are tuned, it hits a note there that sounds a little bit sour, and it's because of the key. And harmonicas are very limited in the notes that they're able to play, and so there's certain flats and sharps that they're not able to hit. And so that's why this note sounds a little bit discordant. And it's not that it's wrong, it's just a matter of taste, sort of thing. And a perfect example of that is the song Greensleeves. It's a classic old song. It's a Christmas carol. What child is this who laid to rest? And there's another version. What child is this who laid to rest? That high note, it's that half step in there based on your preference as to where you want to hear it go. The correct way, the way it's written, is to go up a half step, but it sounds so discordant, and I don't like it. So I like the versions of that song that are kind of rewritten to where it goes half a step lower, and it just fits more in the minor scale instead of the major scale, and it gives it a prettier sound and less discordant. That's just a matter of taste. And here, they're running that same issue with the harmonica, because the harmonica is limited in the notes that it has, and so even if they wanted it to be a half step lower, they couldn't hit that note with that harmonica. You'd have to get one that's tuned differently. Let's rewind just a little bit, see if we can hear that note. Right there. Na 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 na.
Sweet talk stuck like a poison dart in my heart.
Okay, now this is interesting. I suspect that this song was recommended because I said I was interested in checking out some different genres that I'm not used to. Like, for example, blues, which this definitely falls into, or jazz or opera or any of that kind of stuff. And so this definitely fits that. This is not the style that normally I would listen to. However, I am glad you recommended it because it has given me some depth and allowing me to react to this and to hear something new. Kind of interesting here. I like the female vocals. It's kind of, let's listen to that again. Heavy on effects on the voice. Pain. So she's got that. It's interesting that it says they're from California. She's got kind of a southern drawl sort of thing. Pain, the way she says that word. So I don't know if they're originally from California or if that's even the right description for this band. It might even be a completely different band that I'm listening to than I found the description for. Because this video here on YouTube where it has the song, it's got absolutely no information at all about the band. So I'm just coming in blind here. But yeah, I love the music, the instrumentation especially. The guitars, the blues type feel that it's got. The bass guitar is very crisp, and you can hear that bass in there. Sounds really good. And the unique instruments that you normally wouldn't hear in a lot of pop music today, or in country for that matter. And so it's very creative as far as the instrumentation. Okay, and once again, this is all acoustic. You can hear the lead guitar. Normally on a lead guitar, you expect to hear like an electric. This is acoustic picking. The little notes there, da 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 da, the single notes, that's on acoustic guitar. So they're all out. They're going all out on the acoustics here. I hear the slide guitar in there, the steel. Creative use of the steel. In fact, it's probably not a steel guitar. It's probably just a regular guitar, and they're using a slide on it. That's more conducive to blues than a steel guitar would be. Steel guitar, you think more along the lines of the old-fashioned country with the whiny kind of sound to it. This sounds like it's probably just a regular guitar, acoustic guitar, and they're using the slide on the finger to get that sound. I can forgive. Very bluesy. Okay, so lyrically, she's singing about forgiving, apparently her lover, the man in her life that she's wanting to be with, but he's bad news for her. But at the same time, she's thinking even a bad man is better than no man at all. And so that's a dangerous mindset to get in. Just for a little social commentary here, the pastor and me coming out for a second, giving advice, unsolicited or whatever. But that's a bad theory to have an outlook like that, as it's better to have a bad man in your life than no man at all. It's not. I know we all get lonely and we need somebody to spend time with. I mean, go back to Adam and Eve. That's the whole reason why Eve was created, is because it wasn't good for man to be alone. And even with all the animals around, he still needed that companion that could have that special bond with. And I mean, I understand it. When I went through my preteen years, or just in between elementary school and going into junior high, I went through a phase where I was depressed all the time, and part of that was going through puberty and being interested in girls and feeling that my body's going through all these changes, this sort of stuff. And throughout high school, wanting to have a special relationship with a girl, that sort of thing, and never finding the right relationship. And that's why it was so special to me when I did eventually find the woman that I ended up marrying, that just meant so much to me, and we just connected on such a powerful level. And so I can relate to the idea of wanting to be with somebody and getting to that point of desperation. I didn't get there, but I can understand it. That point of desperation where you would rather settle for somebody who's bad for you rather than to be alone. And I would like to encourage you today that if that's you, if you're in a situation to where you're in a bad relationship, and it's bad, but you'd rather be in a bad relationship than be alone, it's not worth it. I know it's cliche to say there's other fish in the sea, but it is worse to be in a bad relationship than to be alone. There's a proverb in the Bible that says, I'm going to look this up real quick. It's Proverbs 21:19 says that it's better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. And so there's a lot of truth to that. You think that you're better off in a bad relationship than to be alone. It's not. And the more time you spend in that bad relationship, the more you're going to find that out. But I find it interesting. That's the blues. That's that feeling that drives the blues genre, is that feeling of desperation, of not wanting to be alone. Of, I've got this woman that's so bad to me, and she's just driving me crazy. But at the same time, he keeps coming home to her because he'd rather have a quarrelsome wife than to be alone, not realizing that it's just eating you up, it's tearing you down, and in the long run, it's not worth it. And so she's singing about being in that situation to where she's so lonely and desperate that she'll settle for somebody she knows is bad for her rather than to be alone. Fantastic instrumentation, very nice. See that bass? You might not hear it very well in the recording, but it's coming through pretty good.
In the dead of the night, you haunt my dreams, chained to a memory that won't set me free.
Memory that won't set me free.
Some things are worth the hurt, they say, not today.
Oh, she's waking up. It's not worth it. I can forgive, but I can't forget.
Tried to close the door on yesterday, but I haven't yet.
Try to move on, but can't.
Bad man is better than no man at all. So I fall.
Keeps coming right back. Classic blues instruments.
Even a bad man is better than no man at all. So I fall.
Even a bad man is better than none at all, so I fall. All right, very good. Thanks for recommending that for me. It was definitely something that I'm not used to listening to. But yeah, I really enjoyed the music in that. The message in it once again, it's classic blues. And so if you find yourself in that situation, I hope that you don't stay in that situation. I've been kind of preaching about this. The idea she mentioned about I can forgive, but I can't forget. I'm actually preaching right now a sermon series on God's math. And the part we're focusing right now is on God's math and God's ways as far as that comes to the principle of forgiveness. And it's just so complex to think about it, but really it's so simple also. It seems complex because it's so foreign and alien to what we're used to. And so at some point, when I post those videos online of that sermon series, I may come back and put in the description a link to that, just in case you're interested in checking that out. But the whole concept of forgive and forget, I'm probably going to speak on that either next week or the week after. Today is Sunday as I'm recording this, and my sermon this morning was on the concept of finding healing in forgiveness and finding peace for ourselves. And I used some examples of some people who were Jews who were persecuted during the Holocaust and had to debate on whether to forgive their abusers or not. And one of them, Simon Wiesenthal, you probably heard the name, chose not to. The other, Corrie ten Boom, chose to forgive. And the outlooks that they ended up having in the aftermath of those decisions really affected their lives for years to come. Wiesenthal struggled for years with his conscience after not forgiving that soldier that asked him for forgiveness. And Corrie ten Boom, on the other hand, found peace in herself after she forgave. And so next week I'm probably going to focus on the same passage of Scripture, Matthew chapter 18, but to focus on, instead of forgiving others and finding forgiveness, finding peace, instead of that, focus on the concept she was talking about, forgiving and forgetting, and about how that's not exactly the way it works. Spoiler alert, it doesn't always work that way. Forgive and forget is not the way to handle it. And I'll post a video at some point and give you a link to that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, comment down below, hit the like button. And as always, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know when we add new content. Give me your suggestions. If you know of a song or an artist that I should check out, go ahead and let me know. And if I react to your suggestion, I will give you a shout out just like I did today. And we'll see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.